Yeah, and I think it's quite sobering to hear you take us through that and find out, I suppose, great traders aren't born, and it does take a process and a journey to go through. And I know a lot of people, especially when you went through some of those points, things like overtrading and the patience and feeling like you need to jump on every opportunity. I'm sure these are the same feelings that every trader goes through when they're first developing. So I think
Mm.
a lot of people, they're getting stuck, I suppose, thinking about, well, where do I start? There's so much information out there. How did you actually get started? How do we clean the slate, and what are some tips you might be able to give people on where they should start?
Yeah, well, after I had basically been through a whole lot, I had paralysis by analysis in the end because I was totally consumed by it. I was spending every waking moment with trading, reading books, doing as many courses as I possibly could do. It was like doing a university degree. And in the end, I didn't know where to start. I had too much information, was overwhelmed, that I actually stopped and went, I'm just going back to the basics. Forget everything. Just look at the basics of charting. And I just went back to the trends, the 4 market stages, took all the indicators off my chart because I had this huge 10 indicator checklist that was
Yeah.
just a joke. And like I wanted to, every time I read a book, that person would talk about their favourite indicator. So you fall in love with that indicator. Then you go away and you put that on your chart, and that becomes a part of the system. Then you read another book, and it's another indicator, and it just keeps growing.
It almost
You
feels
know.
counterintuitive because I know a lot of traders look to other experts and trading professionals, and they want to know what indicators they're using, and they want to try and incorporate that into their system. Why have you found that approach of removing those extra indicators? Why do you think that sort of helped in your development?
Well, I mean, indicators are just a mathematical calculation of price and volume. So the raw data is what rules. It's what the price and the volume are doing. And all the indicators are doing is creating some form of calculation off that. So yes, you could pick one favourite that you use as a decision-making tool, but don't overcomplicate it with too many. Mm.
Yeah.
And keep it simple. I mean, the KISS method, that's what, and you hear a lot of traders talk about that, keep it simple, stupid. And it comes back to that because I think as human beings, we think things have to be harder than they are, and it comes back to that old, you've got to work hard to make money. So, and I realised looking back, I was thinking that I'm only going to make money the harder I work with trading, when it's actually the less I work and the less I look at the market, the better I perform.
Yeah.
So it was really taking that step back. So I sort of say just start out with a simple breakout or retracement system, following the trend, and don't overcomplicate it. Because in the end, you're just looking for some sort of breakout or retracement signal to get in there, and it's your money management rules that's really going to make you successful in the market, and that's where you need to have the focus.
There are a whole lot of different systems out there and different times in the market when you should be doing different things. What are your thoughts on like how someone should start as far as with one system or multiple systems, or where do they actually start? Like you talked about starting with a breakout or retracement system. Are you talking about just having one method that you do follow until you prove that you can do what you need to do?
Yeah, it's sort of it's a system that's going to make up your view of the world. If you love trends like I love trends, then you're going to find something that's going to be focused around trend trading. And breakout or retracements can be done in any time frame. You can do it intraday by looking at the 1 minute chart building up and waiting for a trend or some sort of trend to develop. And if it's churning sideways, you wait for a breakout to occur, for a new high to occur to enter. It could be done on a daily chart or a weekly chart, so it can be done in any time frame.
Yeah.
And with the retracement, you're just looking for some sort of trend line or support and resistance line to evolve on the chart, and then it's a bounce that you're
Yeah.
looking to take. So it's something that makes up your view of the world, basically, that
Yeah.
resonates with you. And for most traders that trade charts, it's all about the trend.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm, mm.
What are some other
And
tips?
well, the other one is stop reading trading books. I mean, I got to the stage where I had overwhelmed myself with too many trading books. It's like I had to stop now. And I don't even read trading books these days because I don't want to know any more about trading. But I do read mindset books and psychology books because my goal to become a peak performer was to be like an athlete. If you're going to win at your game, you have to be the best that you can be. And and it's finding a mentor or a course that makes up your view of the world, and the sort of style of trader that you want to be. Find someone that's out there doing it and learn from them and stick with it. And yes, you're going to have to take losses no matter who you choose. That's just part of the game. But it's knowing how to handle those losses. And unfortunately, what usually happens when somebody starts trading is it's the first trade that's going to decide whether they're going to continue with that method. And more than likely, that first trade's going to be a losing trade, because if you've got a medium-term system, your hold time will be lowest on your losing trades than your winning trades. So what happens is you go out there and you enter 5 trades, and the first one you're going to get stopped out of is likely going to be that losing trade. And the second one might be that losing trade, then it might be a break even, and then the other 2 are profitable. But the problem is you get so disheartened by the losing trades that you sell out of the 2 profitable ones to make yourself break even and make yourself feel better.
Yeah.
When in the end, maybe it was those 2 out of the 5 that would have made you the money, but you didn't give them a go long enough. So you have to have a good sample size to give a go long enough to know that the system is working, rather than judging it on just the first couple of trades.